Part 1, the time regression to start with. I want to thank all the followers for the support because I love you, the sweetest followers in the world. I came back to you with a summary of an anime that's legendary in every sense of the word. And literally this anime is unique and you will enjoy every moment while you're watching. So all you have to do is hit your like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell if it's your first time seeing us. And as I told you, this anime is solid, so watch the video to the end because you'll like it a lot. And let's start the story. This is Fang, a young man who is 28 years old. He suddenly finds something strange happening to him. And as soon as he opens his eyes, he finds a fight between two warriors. But he suddenly comes to in his classroom and says to himself, "Aren't these my classmates in the senior year of high school?" And while he still doesn't grasp anything, he finds the teacher saying that the entrance exam to the martial arts universities will start soon and everyone must be well prepared for it. Fang is very surprised, but as soon as he sees his friends Yang and Chin, he starts to realize that he went back in time to when he was 18 years old. Anyway, after that, Fez Melee, they come and they're impressed with this video, and the video is of a person filming the legendary battle that took place between two of the greatest martial arts warriors. As soon as Fang sees this place, he says to himself, he was just there and was watching the battle between the fighters. And suddenly he runs from his place to the cyber cafe, sits at the computer, and keeps searching for information about the world he's in to see if anything changed or the world is still the same. But he finds that nothing changed. So he goes out from his place, very happy that he went back in time so that he can improve his life. But as he's going home, he sees a poster in the street about a fugitive criminal, and the government is searching for him. And keep the face of this criminal in mind, my friend. After that, Frangie arrives in front of the building he used to live in, takes out his key, opens his home door, and as soon as he enters, he finds his sister Yan greeting him by fighting with him because he took her money without telling her. And as soon as Fang sees her, he is very happy and keeps joking with her. And he finds his mother also preparing the food. And after a bit, his father finishes work and comes back home. So they all sit together to eat, and Fang tells his father that he wants to take the exams to go to university. But a moment of silence falls in the place. Suddenly, his father brings him money and tells him that he was saving this money for him so he could take the exams. And they say that the money they have is about to run out. Anyway, the next day, Fang tells his friends that he will enter the exams to join the university. And while they are talking, the teacher comes in and tells them that the King Wang is coming to visit their school, and all the students, as soon as they hear that, get very happy because they consider this person a role model for them. And we learn that this Wang was a student at this school, but he has great power and managed to enter the best university in all of China. And because of his fame, they will go tomorrow to welcome Wang at the airport. At night, Fang was sitting at home reading this paper, but suddenly a drop of water falls on his face from the ceiling. So he says the water must be leaking from their neighbor's apartment above. After that, his mother calls him and tells him that his father bought him energy pills to eat them and enhance his body's strength. And as soon as Fang sees these pills and holds them, suddenly something strange happens and he finds himself moved to another place like space, and there is also a system screen, so he thinks he's hallucinating. But as soon as he holds the second energy pills, he returns to the same world he was in and understands that what's happening is real, not just imagination. And the system screen has written on it the stats of the energy pill, which were very low. So Fang asks the system if it can raise these stats or not, and suddenly the stats start increasing and a big energy appears from Fang's body. On the other side, we see the wanted criminal sensing Fang's energy and saying this energy is definitely, and when it goes back to Fang, we find he returned to his world again and was surprised by the great power that entered his body. And he returns to the system world again and finds that the second energy pill he has had its stats increase greatly. So he is surprised by the power of the system that appeared to him. But his sister Jan scolds him and tells him his voice is loud and she can't sleep and he must be quiet a bit before she comes and fights with him. Part 2. The Criminal Encounter. Anyway, the next day Fang and his friends were waiting for Wang outside the airport until finally he arrives and they welcome him. And they say they sense a great energy from him. The friends, as soon as they hear that, ask him if he has been training behind their backs. And indeed, he tells them he practices sports to keep his body shape. After that, Fang and his friends walk with Wang until they reach the school, and Wang goes up on the stage to give a speech to the students and tells them they must work hard in study and training to be strong and smart. All the students, as soon as they hear that, get very excited, and at the end of the day, Fang and his friends, but before he leaves, he gives each one of them his phone number and tells them if you need anything, send him a message or call him, and then he leaves. But while Fang is standing with his friends, he remembers the water that was leaking from his neighbor's place and says, "Surely the water has now flooded my room." And he runs up to his apartment, and on the other side we see the criminal sitting in that place treating his wounds. But Fang comes and knocks on the door, and his neighbor, who was tied up, keeps banging her head on the table so that Fang hears her and comes to save her. But when Fang finds that no one opened the door, he is about to leave, and suddenly the fishbowl that was on the table falls and breaks and makes a loud sound, and Fang hears it. So Fang comes back and knocks on the door again, and the criminal then goes to the woman and activates his energy and threatens her that if she doesn't keep quiet, he will kill her. And then he opens the door for Fang and asks him what he wants. And when Fang finds a stranger open the door for him, he asks him. And our hero says, "There is a water leak coming from you, and it's flooding his room," and asks to enter the house and see where the leak is coming from. The man keeps silent a bit, but in the end agrees to let him in. And as Fang passes by him, the man senses the power he has. Anyway, Fang enters the bathroom and finds the water is leaking from it, but he sees a tissue with blood on it, and it looks strange. So he remembers the poster he saw in the street before and realizes that this man is the criminal the government is searching for. He throws the tissue so the criminal doesn't know he discovered him. But the criminal comes from behind him and asks him if he found the place of the leak or not, and Fang tries to deal with him normally and tells him that he did. So the criminal asks him to sit with him because he wants to talk to him, and Fang agrees and goes out with him to the living room, and the man, whose name we learn is Tats, Fang said yes, and he feels that Tatsuya discovered him. And right away he remembers when Wang told him, "If you need anything, call me or send me a message." So he puts his hand in his pocket, holds his phone, and writes a message to Wang telling him, "Come save me." But Tatsuya realizes it and intends to finish him, and he locks the door bolt so Fang can't escape and looks at him with a threatening look. Suddenly, Wang calls Fang, and Fang answers him quickly and tells him, "Help, I'm die." And he doesn't get to complete, Fang took a blow from here and couldn't move from its strength, and Tatsuya had to finish him. Fang had lost hope to live, but suddenly his system's power activates and makes him disappear and appear next to Tatsuya, and his injury has completely disappeared and his power returned to him. As soon as Tatsuya sees that, he gets angry and activates his power and attacks him again. But this time, Fang can block his strikes. And suddenly, boiling water is thrown at Tatsuya, and Wang arrives at the place and lands a strong blow on Tats. And he says to him, "What brought you here so?" Wang tells him he was chasing him for a long time and finally managed to catch him. And Tatsuya is still saying he will kill him and doesn't finish the word before he finds himself dead. After that, Wang reassures himself about Fang and asks him if anything happened to him. But Fang tells him he is fine and asks him, "How did you arrive so fast?" So Wang tells him he was tasked with the mission of arresting this criminal, and he was chasing him all this time until he learned he was in his neighborhood, so he was looking for him nearby here. But while the two of them are talking, they hear a sound coming from the room next to them. And when they go there, they find the lady of the house tied up. So they untie her and tell her she needs to rest a bit. After a while, the police arrive and take Tatsuya's body and thank Wang that he helped them, and they leave the place. After that, Wang talks with Fang and asks him how the criminal didn't kill you, and Fang keeps thinking what he will tell him, but he decides that nobody should know about his system that appeared to him suddenly, and when Wang finds him silent, he understands that he is hiding his secret and doesn't want anyone to know it. So he tells him, "Fine, I don't want to know," and he takes out this bag in front of Fang, and it is full of resources and very strong stuff. And he tells him they were with the criminal, and as soon as he opens it, he finds inside a very rare stone. So he takes it for himself because it will help him increase his power. And he gives the remaining resources in the bag to Fang. And he also tells him that by using the resources, he will be able to increase his power. And he keeps telling him about these resources and how to use them, and tells him he can increase the hardness of his bones or even make his body parts never get injured. While they are talking, Yana comes to them and asks her brother why he didn't come to pick her up from her school today. But as soon as she sees Fang, she is shocked because she sees the famous person nicknamed the King in front of her and asks for his autograph. And my friend, if you still haven't hit the like, shame on you. And please also subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell so all new things from our channel reach you. And sorry for the interruption, and let's continue the story.